Buyers frequently commit 30 years of their income to a property based on details that have nothing to do with structural engineering. They prioritize the condition of baseboards and the shine of a kitchen floor over the integrity of the foundation. In a competitive market, buyers look for reasons to say no. They hunt for minor red flags to disqualify a house and shorten their overwhelming search list. Success begins by addressing this hypercritical, anxious mindset before the first visitor ever walks through the door. In Raynham, Massachusetts, an ordinary single-family home recently hit the market. It didn't have custom marble or a 3-car garage, but it followed a very specific preparation protocol. The results were strictly numerical. Over 50 visitors toured the home in 48 hours, resulting in 9 competing offers by Monday afternoon. This volume of interest was the predictable result of a 10-step psychological preparation formula. By looking closely at that weekend, we can see how specific aesthetic choices influence buyer psychology to increase perceived value and the final offer price. The first psychological lever is pulled at the curb. Trimmed shrubs and swept walkways create a halo effect that colors a buyer's perception of the entire interior. The Raynham seller spent a full Saturday scrubbing baseboards and patching tiny waldings. While minor, these details suggest a home that has been loved and maintained. A pristine exterior and sparkling appliances signal a high level of competence and care to the buyer's subconscious. When buyers see visible surfaces that look brand new, they assume the hidden systems, the plumbing and electrical wiring behind the walls, are in equally good health. Small actions, like tightening a loose knob, physically reinforce the idea that the property is dependable and move-in ready. Deep cleaning acts as a calculated mechanism to manufacture instant trust in what is likely the buyer's largest lifetime investment. Inside the home, the focus shifts to creating cognitive breathing room. Clutter actively consumes a buyer's limited mental energy. Processing crowded countertops and packed closets creates immediate subconscious fatigue. Sellers solve this by packing away excess items and maximizing the home's energy by opening every blind and turning on every light. Light staging, like a neutral throw on a sofa or an organized dining table, provides the eye with a clear, comfortable place to land. Removing personal items creates a neutral environment that allows the space to feel larger and more versatile. Decluttering allows the buyer's brain to stop evaluating the seller's past and start projecting their own future into the rooms. The final phase is engineering a frictionless environment to maintain a buyer's positive emotional state throughout the tour. Any physical or sensory obstacle, an awkward furniture layout, a pet crate, or a strong scent, breaks the buyer's focus and returns them to a defensive state. Eliminating this friction requires prioritizing fresh air over heavy candles and ensuring all pet-related items are removed from the premises. Showing flow refers to a layout where clear pathways guide the buyer's attention from one room to the next without any physical interruptions. Hiding valuables and documents ensures the environment remains secure, allowing the visitor to focus entirely on the property's features. Removing these sensory and physical obstacles keeps the buyer in a positive, receptive emotional state for the duration of the open house. The 9 offers generated in Raynham demonstrate the financial power of a curated experience. A prepared home functions as an exercise in behavioral economics, where small aesthetic shifts change the perceived value of the entire structure. Buyers are paying for the feeling of dependability and the peace of mind that comes with a well-maintained property. A polished space increases the likelihood of a high-value sale and positions the property for a more predictable closing process. Real estate professionals like Lou Corcoran at Better Living Real Estate use these checklists to help sellers control the narrative and maximize their market position. By executing these 10 steps, sellers position their property as a competitive asset that earns buyer trust and drives market demand.